Welcome to Our Life, and today we're coming to you all the way from Dallas, Texas at the Unmasking Conference with Women Like Us, Inc. So today we're going to start off the show by spotlighting her awesome vendors that are here at the conference. So when we return, I'll be sitting with some of the amazing vendors that she has here at the Unmasking Conference. So we'll be right back. We're back now, guys, and we're here with Miss Lamika. And tell me the name of your business.
Mink Kitty Coat.
Mink Kitty Coat. What is Mink Kitty Coat? Because I can think of a million things that could be, but tell me what it is.
Exactly what you think it is. Mink Kitty Coat. Mink Coat was actually my name as a young girl, but I created this vaginal, this organic vaginal product line. Exactly. Yeah.
I wasn't thinking.
You thought it was for a cat?
I wouldn't think. I'm gonna let you continue because I was not. Okay. No, yeah. I wasn't prepared. But Tim, go ahead.
Yeah. So I created this product because I used to have an issue, because I've been a shaver for so many years, and I had a problem with ingrown hairs and discoloration, and I had to figure out something to kind of get rid of that. I was getting married and all that good stuff. I'm like, I gotta fix this. So what I did was I just started doing a lot of experimenting, a lot of researching, a lot of classes. My whole family just started turning into an organic lifestyle. So this being the most important part of me, I had to figure out some type of product to help with my current issue. And in doing so, I started sharing it with my family members and my friends, like, hey girl, try this. And they was like, what? 21 days, they was noticing huge differences. There was no more hair bumps. The discoloration was going away. They was using it before they go to the gym. They had no odors. So I'm like, okay, let me figure this out. So I just did my homework and became a chemist in my kitchen. And yeah, here it is.
Wait a minute. How did you know you was mixing up the right
classes? Research. I took a lot of classes on different products, carrier oils, butters, everything you can think of I learned about. So yeah, I had to learn what mixes with what doesn't work. All the adverse reactions came to me. One time I put too much turmeric in it, so probably 2 weeks later I was like, what the heck just happened here?
You wasn't scared something was gonna go wrong?
I wasn't scared because everything that I was using was natural. So it wasn't like I was using any synthetic products. The store-bought stuff, I would be more worried about that than the stuff that plant-based and fair trade.
Hold on here. we gon' can you see that? A little bit. Okay, let's open this up. Can we smell it?
Yeah,
Does it have
this is no scent. I have no scent. I have lavender and I have grapefruit, and they're made with essential oils, no fragrances though. So yeah, it's just a bunch of good stuff.
Can you see that? You see that?
So twice a day.
So you just, I don't even know how to. So you just rub it there.
Yeah, everything needs everything needs to be moisturized. Your skin is your skin, So this is for that skin.
Okay. You see, we started off big here with one of these vendors. Just told my lovely assistant tonight, just pull one of them, and she came with it. She came with it. So thank you for sitting here with me and talking to me. And we will definitely come through there and look at the whole table.
Oh, yeah, the whole kit. It's a kit.
What do you mean it's a kit?
I have soap. I have kitty scrub. I have kitty shave. I have everything. I have a whole encompassing package just for her. She deserves it.
Right? You gonna get off my couch? Thank you so much for coming sit with me. So we're back now, and I think we have a little calmer vendor now than that first one we have. So we have Miss D from Phenomenal Flowers with us. Thank you for coming and sit with me today here at the Unmasking Conference. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me come here today. I appreciate it.
Tell me about Phenomenal Flowers.
Phenomenal Flowers is a business that I started about 10 years ago. I've made things for people for years and years. And when I got married, my husband was like, what are you doing? You can't just make stuff and give it away. So after 2 years of research, Phenomenal Flowers and Gifts was born.
Okay. And you brought a basket. Let's see what you have here.
Yes,
Let's pick.
this is one of my sample baskets. In the inside, it says "Drink like a fish." So if you like a little cute gift for someone and not sure, it's got the flask in it and the glasses as well as some bath bombs. So if you don't have a friend to drink with, use both glasses and have a nice cocktail while you take your bubble bath.
I like that.
Thank you.
I need that flask for my regular job. I like that flask that's in there. So you make not only the baskets, but you make flower arrangements and all that.
Yes, I do make flower arrangements. Most of my flower arrangements are custom, so I really don't bring too much out to events like this. So I do bridal flowers, flowers for your home, sympathy flowers, and memorial flowers, flower headbands. If it's got a flower in it, I try to make it.
So what are you looking to get from the conference today and the women speakers that we have?
Oh, from the women speakers, I'm a follower of Cynthia Diggs, and I always feel like any opportunity to praise and worship and get a message is always a good thing. Sometimes I get a chance to take notes. Sometimes I'm too involved in the spirit, and then sometimes I just enjoy the camaraderie of meeting and greeting new vendors.
Well, Ms. D, thank you for sitting with us.
Thank you so much.
And we'll definitely be coming by your area to check everything out.
Okay.
So thank you most definitely for sitting with us. So guys, when we return again, we're going to continue on with the awesome vendors here. Hopefully, I'm praying for another calm one to come on out and sit down and talk with us. So we'll be right back. We're back now, and I have Mr. Wendell with me, the Chosen One Ministries, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
And how are you today?
I'm doing good.
Are you still nervous?
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you nervous?
It's just the flesh. It's just me.
So tell me about the Chosen One.
My ministry, I minister gospel music worldwide. I try to create that one-on-one experience through my YouTube page and the videos that I do to allow people to experience God on a one-on-one basis.
How did you come up with the name Chosen One?
I prayed about it, and that's the name that the Spirit just kind of gave me, and it kind of stuck with me and touched and agreed. And
So how long have you been doing gospel music?
I've been doing it a little bit over 20 years. I just look young.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see what you got going here, because I'm going to give you the mic. So tell us what I Told the Storm. And I like that song, actually. Is this a CD? This a DVD? Mm-hmm. Okay, tell us about that.
So the DVD is called I Told the Storm. And this DVD particularly, it gears towards those that are going through different types of storms, different types of issues, problems that you may be facing. I've shot videos in this DVD, which has over 7 songs, which allows you to help you to get through whatever you're going through. And also it allows you to see my little one. I have a 6-year-old. So the first video that's on there is me and my little one doing a dance together in the comfort of our home. So allow you to see that I don't not only do ministry out in the community and in churches and different events, but also do it in my own home as well.
So let me ask you something. So, because this is this you on the cover?
Yes.
So are you mime dance?
Yes.
Okay. I got it now. I got you. Well, I want to say thank you for sitting with us. And where could people find your music and all that?
You can go to my website, www.thechosenone, but with 2 T's at the beginning.com, or you can look me up on YouTube at Wendell Huckabee.
Just Wendell Huckabee?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Wendell, I want to say thank you for sitting with us today.
Appreciate it.
And telling us about the I Told the Storm. It's one of my favorite songs there. For sure.
That's on here as well too, so.
Yeah, for sure. And we're back, guys. Now we have Miss Farrell. Is it?
Farrah.
Farrah. Miss Farrah with us. So tell us about you have the book here, but tell us about your company.
My company is DDT, D plus D equals T, dedication plus determination equals transformation. And my brand came from an inspiration of a storm, an intentional storm God put in my life. And I decided to have faith enough to trust God and that He will pull me up. and I would go after my dreams and my aspirations, and I also would put myself first, and I've lost over 50 pounds. And so I say, if I can do it, I can grab other busy women and moms to do the same thing. And the reason this is so inspirational to me, and I took it and wanted to brand it, was because I felt that everybody needed an accountability partner who's experienced the same trials and tribulations that they have. And so that's where DDT has arrived from. And just helping people, being a health and fitness enthusiast, helping them along their journey and giving them the things that I have, equipping them with the tools to drop the weight of life and the physical weight that it brings on. And so, go ahead.
Because your health and wellness, mental and your health plays a big part on how we go through life. Am I right or wrong?
You're very right. You're right. And that's why I say you have to start here, and then we can drop the weight of life, because life brings so much on us that we get bombarded with just living, just trying to survive, and we forget about ourselves. And once we clear our head and we're able to be strong and move about, and then we can focus on the physical. And so that's why I say help you drop the weight of life and the physical weight that it brings on.
Okay. So motivating transformation, is your first book?
This is actually my second book.
Okay.
My first book was The Intentional Storm by God, 10 rounds in the ring with $1 million. And so that's the storm God took me and my husband through to wake me up. I didn't know anything about entrepreneurship, business, being able to run your own stuff. After I was awakened by God, after I was through our storm, and I was just inspired. And I've just been going ever since.
You feel like telling me just a little bit about the storm?
Oh yes, my husband won $1 million on a lottery ticket. Yeah. We were like 27, 28 years old. Never had that much amount of money in our lifetime. And so you live and you learn. And so you make mistakes. But then you say, was it the $1 million that was the gift? Or was it the storm that God took me through and woke me up? And now I'm the woman I am today, here being an entrepreneur, writing my own books, speaking and encouraging others. That's the real gift.
That is your gift and purpose from God. So, okay, well, I want to tell you, thank you so much for being with us today. Let's get a shot of the book. You got a good shot of the book.
And my shop is on there as well, shopddt.net. You can get the book, shopddt.net.
Okay.
Yeah, and it gives you 8 weeks of meal plans. This is the things that I did to drop the weight. It was the meal plans. I got meal plans, recipes, and grocery lists, and workout regimens in the back. So I don't believe in excuses.
No.
$12.
You're right. Don't believe in excuses. So thank you, Ms. DD. Thank you,
DDT,
Farrah.
y'all. DDT is stay dedicated
for coming.
and determined for your transformation through anything in life.
You heard it right there. So we'll be right back, guys. We're here now with Miss Siobhan from Paparazzi Jewelry, one of my favorite places. That I think this necklace came from there too. So thank you for coming and sit with me today. So how did you get started with paparazzi?
My biggest goal is fashion, because I model, so the jewelry comes in place, because you can have jeans on, a t-shirt, but just a one piece of jewelry will make it pop, and it makes you feel better.
Yes, it does, because I can't leave the house without some type of jewelry.
Right.
Most definitely. You brought a piece where you did. Tell us about this piece.
Yes, I'm more of a bling person, so I love diamonds, rhinestones. So for me, it was a standout, just a standout piece. And gold is my favorite. It's my favorite. So, and you can wear it with anything. You can dress it up, dress it down.
What do you want to get from the conference today and the women speakers that are here?
For me, I love meeting new people.
Okay.
So building relationships, friendships. So that's the biggest thing. And of course, the worship, the word. You can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't. You cannot go wrong with that. So how can people find you?
Well, you can always find me on Facebook. I'm Vanna Living Life. And paparazzi, of course, paparazzi accessories, number 312860. That's me.
Well, thank you, Ms. Siobhan, for sitting with us today.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All righty. We're back now, guys, with Miss Vieta.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so proud of myself because I pronounced that right. So tell us about, you're one of the vendors here today, so tell us about what you have.
Okay, so I have a nonprofit called the John Lloyd Bailey the Fifth Cancer Won't Bully Me Foundation, and we sell different items. Like this is one of the tote bags that we sell, and what we do is we sell these items to try to offset some of the financial needs for some of the families that we help. We do different fundraisers and different things around the city, but we also help families all across the country. So anything that we do that we can raise funds, we try to, go to the different vendor events, and just whatever we can do to raise funds definitely help us.
Okay, and it's all for cancer, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All for cancer, okay. I love this. This is, so the proceeds will go to like, for parking and stuff like that?
Yeah, so they go for buying gift cards, sometimes even school clothes, to help some of the kids' siblings as well, because a lot of the families, they have other children, and some of the families while their kids are getting treatment, they aren't able to work. So we help with food, gas, clothing, just whatever it is that they may need. One little girl, when she was done with treatment, she needed a service animal, so we did help with that so that she will have a service animal to go to school with her.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2016, so about 3 years now.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing to other people. How can anybody, if they want to donate or anything, want to get in reach with you guys?
Okay, if they want to donate, our website is www.cancerwont, W-O-N-T, bully, B-U-L-L-Y, me.org, or paypal.me/cancerwon'tbullyme.
Okay. Well, thank you so very much for sitting down and talking with me. Hello, guys. We are back now with Miss Bridget. I'm forgetting where I was, Miss Bridget, for a second. I'm all over the place. But tell us about your business.
I am the owner of LJA Consulting and Financial Services, and we kind of do two things. We do accounting and bookkeeping for small business owners, and we also do money management for individuals and families.
And taxes and bookkeeping, that is a very, very, very important. I'm actually fixing to do a financial show at the end of the month talking about credit and taxes and all that stuff. So how important is that stuff?
It's very important, especially for your livelihood, to plan for the future and even to just face things that are going on in your day-to-day life. I always tell people to set a budget. If nothing else, set a budget so therefore you know where your money is going, because if you don't know where it's going, then you won't know where it is.
Yeah. And you just be at a loss pretty much. How can people contact you?
I am on Facebook at LJA Financial and Consulting, and I'm also on Instagram at LJA Consulting and Financials.
Okay. And what are you looking to? What message of encouragement are you looking to receive from the conference today?
I'm actually excited to be a part of the conference. I'm hoping that I can at least get some snippets in there. My goal was to come here was to introduce people to the financial realm, and also kind of let you know that, if you have, God wants us to not only get right with Him, but also have our finances together, because He wants us to live a whole life. So we can't just focus on one aspect. We have to bring it together in one.
Okay. Well, thank you for sitting with us. I think everybody might be going in now to the actual conference as well. So thank you for sitting with us today.
Thank you.
All right. All right, guys. Go ahead and sit down right quick.
Oh.
All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break. I think my vendors are going to get ready to go into the conference. So when we return, it's okay. And when we return, we'll come back with the rest of the vendors as well as some of our VIP guests that are here. So we're going to take a quick intermission and we will be back. everybody. We took a quick intermission break. The conference has been amazing. The speakers have been amazing. So now we're going to come back with you and we're going to talk to a couple of people that were here at the conference. So I have this lovely lady that has a mohawk. We Mohawk sisters today. Tell me your name one more time.
I'm Carmen.
Carmen, nice to meet you. Thank you for stopping by and talking to me today. So tell me a little about what you do in Dallas, because we were talking about the movement you started.
I'm also I'm a hairstylist first.
Okay.
I'm a mother, and I'm also a author of I'm Coming Out.
Okay.
And I'm starting a movement called I'm Coming Out and what we coming out of and different things like that, trying to work on some things like that to all of us women and children can be healed.
Okay. And it's time.
It is time.
And it's time. It's definitely time. How did you enjoy the conference?
I really enjoyed it. And it opened up some things and made me think about some things within myself so I can be set free and removed and stop staying in the same position.
And being stuck.
Yes.
With about 12 masks on.
Thinking we cannot move forward.
What do you, give me one thing that you've come out of, that you've truly come out of it and took the mask off and never look back. Can you give me one thing?
my past. Speaking about my past more and stop being ashamed of my past and what I've been through.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to give me one thing out of that past?
Not finishing high school. That was one thing I used to be ashamed of, but I finished now. I got my high school diploma in 2016, so I was ashamed of that, not finishing it.
Tell me, how important is that to finish it? Because this is what burns me. A lot of celebrities don't have high school diplomas, but they have cash. So I got cash, got some coins, so I don't need a high school diploma. Please, because I don't understand that. Because I feel you need education.
You do. And for me, I don't got no coins, but for me, not having it was like a weight on my shoulder. So by me getting it took some weight off my shoulder and showing me that I can do more, if that makes sense. Now, I don't have the coins, but I'm still able to do more now that I got it. And it took some weight off of me and removed that mask off of me that I got it, regardless of how old I was.
And you did say you was a mother.
I am.
So you to do that and show your...
To show them most definitely that you can do it, even though they may have their mistakes, but you go back and you be able to fix some of them mistakes too.
Well, Carmen, I want to tell you thank you so much for stopping by and talking to me today. We're back now with our fabulous MC for today's 2019 Unmasking Conference, Miss Lisa from Big, and that's BIGG. Capital letters, Enterprise. So first of all, tell us about Big Enterprises.
Well, Big Enterprises, what it comes from is that for me, I suffered with low self-esteem all my life. And so, but been delivered since I was 36 now. I'm 49, ain't God good. But anyway, I suffer with low self-esteem because I am the only plus-size person in my family. And so for so many years, I was plagued with that. And so the Lord let me know that I was so blinded to my interior bigness, focusing on my exterior bigness. So he let me know that what I created you to do is to be believable, to have impact, and guarantee growth. And so your purpose is to share that bigness with others. So I'm a speaker, I'm an MC, workshop trainer. So I'm booked for events, and my purpose is to make your events a very big experience.
Okay, I like that. And you work through the self-esteem. Yeah. Because we just did a self-esteem show with Tamisa in Houston, and we did a whole makeover for one of her mentees, I'm gonna say. Yeah. So what do you think today was one of the biggest takeaways from this conference?
The biggest takeaway for me from this conference is that we have to learn how to really remove the mask. You know, everyone knows how to put a real good mask on. We know how to put our eyelashes on, and we know how to beat our eyebrows. And if you don't know, we go to YouTube. And so we put this exterior on, and we also put on what people want us to be, what our families want us to be. But learning today what God created you for and what your purpose is. And learning how to remove that mask. But the removing of the mask is a process. So it comes off a layer at a time. So once you remove that mask, then you're able to see who you really are. And once you discover that, listen, you don't have to worry about that mask. Just be authentically you. And then also today with the events, great speakers today. I was empowered. I mean, I was really encouraged. I had a lot of great takeaways. Some people said, listen, take off all of that and get up and rise up and be your best. You know, it was a whole bunch of good stuff in there. And then even the praise dancers, how they danced, and they showed us, even in that, they had to unmask themselves in order to present that ministry to us. So that was my greatest takeaway from the day. And I look forward to many more conferences like this. Because, you know, we have a lot of pretty conferences.
Yeah.
But not a lot. I mean, today we cried, almost lost the eyelash. But it was really empowering, and I will never, ever forget it.
Okay. That was good. I enjoyed it myself as well. And we have pretty conferences. We don't have the ones that where you really take some masks off. So I want to say thank you for sitting with me today.
Thank you.
And taking time out. And hopefully we'll get to see you again for the next conference.
You will.
I'm going to try to get an answer from Miss Hunter when I talk to her.
Absolutely. Definitely look forward to connecting with me.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so I thank you so much for this time.
You are very much welcome. Well, we'll be back with 2 more behind-the-scenes coordinators for the 2019 Unmasking Conference as we lead up to speaking to Miss Tamisa Hunter. So, we are back with 2 of the troublemakers from behind the scenes of the 2019 Unmasking Conference. I have Miss D here on this side of me, and Keitra Lee on this other side of me.
Miss Beauty.
So guys, I know with doing a conference, it takes a lot.
Yes.
It takes a lot. So now we're overdone planning for next year. I'm gonna just put in the atmosphere that she's planning for next year, but I'm gonna find out what do we have any what takeaways do we have from this?
Really, my takeaway is just women empowering women. We both need to be on the receiving as well as the giving end. That's what I take away. Our story is the same. Doesn't matter your pedigree. Our story is still the same. If there's a woman dealing with low self-esteem, you can take the beauty of a woman, the one that has the money. If you sit down to hear her story is no different from yours. So I took away this. If I can empower my sister, I want my legacy, domino effect. It just keep right on rolling until we have every woman secure enough to be themselves.
What's your takeaway from this? Beautiful. Besides starting trouble.
Was that profound? Oh, it was. Oh, well, thank you.
Okay, we gonna get rid of them very shortly. Y'all just hold on.
What's your takeaway from
So,
this?
was I supposed to take the mic?
Yes, you are.
So, what I'm taking away is we can all be in the same room together and praise God and encourage each other and just lift each other up. And it's a beautiful thing. Today was so beautiful. My heart was so filled today with just being in the midst of women, no matter what color, shape, size they were. Just women, and we have one goal. We should have one goal, and that goal is to love one another. And so if I had to say what I took away, it's a room full of love.
Yes.
Okay. That was profound too, don't you
It
think?
really was.
Well, thank you.
That's the gospel. We just added a new gospel to the gospel. The 66 books, so it's really not 66, it's 67 books.
Okay.
Call it the book of love.
I want to thank both of you all for sitting with me today. We've added a new book to, I don't know what book they're reading, that they've added a 67 book. I'm not going to go down that road with them on this 67 book. But I want to thank both of you ladies for being here today, for putting forward your 100% to make this conference be 100% and help Tamisa today. So thank you so very much.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back. So we're wrapping up the conference, guys, but I'm here with one of the speakers, Miss Chanel. So thank you for taking time out to come sit down and talk with me.
Absolutely.
So nice
Absolutely.
to meet you.
Nice meeting you all too.
So you were one of the speakers
Yes.
for the conference. How did you enjoy it?
Oh, I thought it was phenomenal. Life changing.
And you said some powerful things as well. What did you want the women to get from not only you speaking, but from the entire conference?
Just that you're more than what you think you see. So when you look in the mirror, we see one thing, and normally what we see is that mask. But as one of our speakers said, peel back those layers. There's more to us than what we see. And more importantly, when we walk this Christian walk, we think things should, for the most part, be easy or not so complicated. But we're warriors and soldiers in God's army. And I wanted to remind the women today that that's just a part of it. Warring is just a part of it.
Because if I'm correct, you said something, see, I was listening a little bit. You said something about don't think you get up in the morning, you think you get up in the morning and you facing all these challenges and you know you can face the challenges. And I shook my head saying, yes, I can, because I have gotten to the point where I take my mask off and I just take whatever comes my way as it is. Amen. You know, so when I was shaking my head, y'all in here shaking y'all head, y'all mean it. So, she saw me shake my head. But that's how I look at life now, because I don't care what society thinks. I have to live whatever length of my life I have left.
That's right.
So,
to the glory and honor of God. Amen. I agree.
So if anybody wants to follow you or anything, how can people do that?
So I am on Twitter and Instagram as Rib to Rib. That's our 501c3 Christian Outreach Ministry. Rib to Rib or Chanel Price on Facebook and Instagram. I ain't real social media savvy. You understand what I'm saying? So hit me up on there. Look, tell me I saw the interview, because I don't want to leave you hanging out there. I'm just being honest. So tell me I saw the interview, and I'll be glad to connect with you and share some nuggets for how God can help us both unmask.
Most definitely. So, Ms. Chanel, thank you so much for stopping by and talking with us. We're back now, guys, and we're here with Miss Cynthia Diggs. So she is another speaker here at the Unmasking Conference with Miss Tamisa Hunter and Women Like Us. So what would you say is the number one thing that you wanted women to take away from this?
You know what? Today was all about understanding who God made you to be. Despite any obstacles that you may have had to deal with in life, that you can make it if you just learn to remove those things and not continue to carry them into your destiny. The message that I brought was a message from John chapter 5 about the man that laid at the pool of Bethesda for 38 years. And I talked about his condition. He was paralyzed. And I wanted the women to understand that you may not be physically paralyzed, but when you don't remove those things that we've carried for years, you know, whether it's low self-esteem, hardships that you've dealt with, you know, sadness, fear, when you carry those things for years, it doesn't get better. And that's what he did. They kept bringing him every year, every day to the pool, but they couldn't get him in the water. Talked about your surroundings. Sometimes it's the people that you're around. And I wanted the women to take that it doesn't matter what it's looked like. It doesn't matter how long you've been in it. It doesn't matter what you've been called, what someone did to you, what they didn't do, that you can get up from where you are and you can move along in what God has for you. And that takes power from God to remove those things, because sometimes your surroundings are not able to help you do it because they need help themselves.
And I totally agree with that, because I had to learn that like last year. I had to separate myself away from certain people and things, and the negativity and people wanting you to move the way they want you to move. So how can people follow you and reach you?
Well, I'm on all of the social media outlets. They can find me under Cynthia Diggs. On Facebook, just straight Cynthia Diggs. On Instagram, under CYNDI Diggs, DIGGS. And they can find me at www.cynthiadiggs.com is my website. And so if they just hook up with me. I will personally respond, and I would love to hear from them, and I will, be in touch. My itinerary and everything is on my website, and they can come hang out with me at a service that might be near them.
Because you're local. Are you here in Dallas?
I'm in Dallas County in Grand Prairie.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by
Thank you.
with us today, for sure. We're going to be right.
Thank you.
And it really was.
It was a good conference. Very helpful. Thank you.
It really was. And we'll be right back. So we're back now with another phenomenal speaker from today from the conference, and this Dr. D is sitting with me. I thought you had slipped out the door on me, but you came back in. Can you tell me what is the number one thing that you think was the most powerful today at the conference?
I think for me, it's always powerful is relationships. I love women's ministry, women's empowerment, and really supporting other women and getting together. Because when we get in a room, at some point there's an equalizer. Christ is our great equalizer, and he brings down the highs and he brings up the lows, and we become all one. And I really love that about women's ministry, because we identify with each other's pain. And when you're in an unmasking event, it's a prime opportunity to let somebody in. And so that's what I think was very powerful today. A lot of women took that veil down and let people in.
And that was a good thing. It's always good to do that. Where can we reach you on social media and all that?
So my website, my company is called Creeping Vines Online. It's a mental health organization for advocacy training, awareness, and assessments. And you can reach me at creepingvinesonline.com. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Creeping Vines Online.
You did talk about mental health, and I'm a product of a mental health mother that was in a mental institution for 6 years of my life. So, and I've learned depression and went through my own depressed states and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that we need more of that.
Yeah, you were carrying something that didn't belong to you. Having her issues, then some point you had to bear the weight of that. Mm-hmm. I was in a cave called depression for 30 years, started in 3rd grade, but I didn't know what it was called. I knew I felt sad, and I thought it was normal. I thought everybody felt sad. Then as I got older, I got into college and I started Googling it. Then I realized that there was something more going on. And so there were a lot of things that contributed to my depression. But when I finally came out of that cave, I understood that I had a mandate to be able to do something about it.
And you wasn't ashamed to take your mask off on it either. Oh, no. So no, most definitely. Well, I want to say thank you for sitting with me today and talking to me. We're back, guys, with 2 more phenomenal speakers from today's conference, Miss Michi and Denise. I like that name.
Thank you.
I like that.
It is cute, thank you. Just like her.
Ladies, thank you for taking time out, sitting down, talking to me about the conference today. What you think was the biggest takeaway for women today for this conference? Because you guys threw out a lot of gems today, and so I'm gonna give it to Ms. Meach first.
Okay. Today, my takeaway I think would be the fact that no one woman is not going through something that they need to get over, but they have the ability and the power to do it. Every speaker that came up today, they just had so many nuggets and so many gems, and this was one of those type of conferences that you have to go home and digest. Yeah. I took notes. I have papers with notes. I had physical writing that I did because I had to make sure that I took the time out to regurgitate everything that was said today. So I can't isolate it, but I will tell you this. I believe that every woman that came in there today is going to walked out with a new mindset and a different view on who they are.
What do you have on that?
I definitely can piggyback off of Miss Michi. You are definitely correct.
every woman that walked in there today, I can truly say, I think it's okay to speak for her that if you walked in here leaving out the same, then we wasn't in the same place. The spirit was definitely here today. I don't care who didn't come, who was supposed to come, from entertainment to whatever, but everybody that came was the people that was supposed to be here. The speakers, I just feel blessed to be amongst y'all. I mean, seriously, thanking Tamisa for giving me this opportunity. But what I've taken away was that everybody has the ability to change. Yes. And that we are truly women like us. And the more you talk and the more you tell your story, you start to realize she is just like me. I am her and she is me. And so this is why things like this conference, where it helps us to be able to take off the mask, I was up in there healing. So I know that if nobody else came out healed, I did. So I enjoyed it.
So how can we reach you?
You can definitely reach me from my website, DanielleIam.com, as well as my women's organization, The Game Change Hers with an H.com.
Okay. How can we reach you, Miss Meach?
You can find me at Pink Sheep Beauty, pink like the color, sheep like the animal, and beauty like who you are, based off of John 10:27, which says, "For my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they won't follow." I'm on YouTube. You can find me there on Facebook, Instagram, and I also have a website with the same exact name.
All right. I want to thank you, ladies, for stopping by with me and talking to me. So when we come back, we'll have some more guests before Miss Tamisa Hunter comes and sit with us. So we'll be right back. So I'm here with one of our awesome vendors. You're a vendor also, as well as one of the VIPs for today, Miss Lisa. So you have a book called Quotes Injecting to Strengthening. So tell us a little. I'm gonna hold the book and you tell us a little bit about the book.
Okay. So Quotes Injected to Strengthen is basically quotes that I feel like God has given me over time while I've walked out my journey. You know, I think everybody has a testimony and I'm not exempt from that. Basically, the book has quotes and they're also coupled with scripture. And then there are some words that you define. And then at the end, there's a meditation that you can do and kind of pull it all together. So that's pretty much what it's about. And yeah, that's it. Just quotes that God gave me as I've been going through my life and my journey.
Because you're from Kansas,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
You came all the way from Kansas. So how long, is this your first book?
That's my first book. Yes, ma'am. It's my first book. I'm under the leadership of Apostle Cornelius Sanders, and I've been with him for about 26 years, 25 years. And he has inspired me much. He's a man of God, walks in the spirit. There's no flesh there. There's a difference between kingdom and religion, and he definitely walks in the spirit of kingdom. And so he's been my father in the faith, and I do what I do, for God, but he's inspired me, and that's what's been birthed out of it.
So how can people follow you or in regards to the book and stuff like that?
So I have, it's on Amazon. It's also on www.authorlisawoods.com. And so you can order at either place and we'll just ship it to you.
Okay. And what was your one takeaway from today?
Again, spirit and flesh. There's a big difference. Today, I saw spirit. I saw the Spirit of God here. So that's one thing I can take away from here today. Met a lot of great ladies, a lot of people with some strong vision, that's not clouded. Sometimes people think they have a vision, but is it really God?
And the ladies here today, I think, were very genuine.
I agree with you, definitely, for sure.
Well, thank you, Miss Lisa, for sitting down with me on today. And you guys check out her book.
Quotes Injected to Strengthen.
Quotes Injected to Strengthen. You guys check that out. All right, guys, we are back, and my set has grown a whole lot. We're full. These are all the special VIP guests that were here today for the 2019 Unmasking Conference. So I want to, you guys gonna see me pass the mic around a little bit, but I want to ask the ladies, how did you guys enjoy the conference?
It was a blessing. We came in from Wichita, Kansas, and so yeah, we had about a 6-hour drive down here. But myself and my sisters in Christ, and it was just a blessing. You know, sometimes we think that things are supposed to go a certain way, and we think that, you know, we have everything lined out, but God has a whole nother plan sometimes. And today we saw that, you know, but it was still a blessing, and God still provides. He still does what he needs to do, and his anointing was here today.
Anybody else? How did you guys enjoy the conference?
It was just very empowering, and I made some good friendships. It was just a very enjoyable day. The singing, the mime, the preachers, it was wonderful. Enjoyed every minute. So glad I came.
Are you from Dallas?
I live in McKinney.
Okay. So you live in McKinney. Okay. What is each of you, and I'm going to pass the mic, can each of you give me one word that you would take home or give to another woman that you got from this conference today? So we're going to start this way and then bring it back.
I say love.
I say change.
Endurance. Courage.
Relationships.
Freedom.
I'd say soldier.
Love yourself.
That was some powerful words from each of you. So would you recommend to all women, all ages, don't be scared to take your mask off? Y'all are quiet.
Well, I would say yes. Don't be afraid to take off your mask. And sometimes God has to take you out of the city to confirm what you've been doing for the whole year. You know, just walking in God, believing in God, and willing to go. If He says go, go. You know, and that in His long says that's empowering, that's encouraging, and God is ready to change women's lives. You know, because He wants us to have the promise. So, but we have to go. You can't just stay. You can't be stagnant. You can't be in a rut. You just have to go when He says go.
Well said. Well, I want to thank you, ladies. It was a pleasure meeting all of you, and I want to thank you guys for taking time out and sitting with me today. Do anybody else want to say anything? Y'all are quiet. Okay. I will ask that definitely to Tamisa when I talk to her. So thank you guys most definitely for sitting down and talking to me, giving me those one words, because they were all powerful words. So when we come back, we have a couple of more speakers, and then we'll get to sit down with our founder of the 2019 Unmasking Conference when we return.
Hello, hello, hello. I just stopped by to remind you of how fabulous you are, how wonderful you are, how God made you to do wonderful and miraculous things in the world.
So we are here now with the founder of Women Like Us, the creator of this 2019 Unmasking Conference that was held today in Dallas, Texas, Miss Tamisa Hunter. Hi, my friend.
Hi.
How are you?
I am wonderful.
So,
Tired but wonderful.
I know you are tired. So, give me a brief vision of the reason for this conference.
The reason, let me take the mic so y'all can understand the reason. No, I'm just playing here. The reason for the conference was to allow women to have a platform to start unmasking and being who and what God created them to be. For a long time, I was covered up in all these masks and didn't know who I was. And so I got to the point where all that weight was weighing me down. So I was like, it's time to unmask.
Okay. So, what was your biggest takeaway from today?
What was my big? It was so many. But if I had one to say was...
You need to give me two.
You said one. The biggest takeaway would be seeing someone break through and receiving what needs to be received for her to walk forward. My takeaway was that.
You know what my takeaway was? It was a lot of stuff, but what got me was this morning. When you had, I don't know if you knew these ladies, but when you had individuals that came to the conference, you said what had to be said, and they accepted it, and they stood by you as sisters. And they were here. They knew what reason and purpose they were here for. And that was just...
But to God be the glory.
Because you don't get that all the time. You get some craziness, foolishness, and some ratchetness. You didn't, and that was beautiful. That was very beautiful. That was one of mine. So everybody wants to know, when is the next conference?
Girl, if y'all ask me one more time when the next conference is, can I get past?
Can I get a date? Is
When
it next
Jesus
year?
say, it's sometime next year.
You're not going to put Jesus in this.
Whenever Jesus says it's the date. Can I just get just 3 days of rest and then I give you the date?
Just 3 days. So you would safely, can we safely say it'll be another one next year?
We can safely say it will be another one next year.
Okay, fantastic. Well, y'all heard that. Will it be still under Unmasking Conference? I'm just, these people came and sit with me and asked me this. I'm just asking.
I don't recall that. I don't believe it.
It's the truth. Why would I lie?
Well, it'll be sometime next year.
It's going to be called Unmasking Conference?
I don't know, whatever Lord lay on my heart.
Well, we can safely say from Ms. Hunter that we will have another conference next year.
Next year, 2020. 2020.
Is there any final words you want to say?
I'm tired.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, John, I'm going to go ahead and do our closing right now because she forgetting what we finna do with this, so I don't know what.
I love you. I love the Our Life show. I love the host, Monique. I just thank you for being here and your support.
You better tell my staff something too, because they...
I ain't nobody thinking about them.
Oh.
I'm just playing.
You better not say
See,
that.
I love... Oh, I better not. You see he's shaking his head. Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. No, I'm just playing, y'all.
I need for you to retract
You know I have to get it, John, because he's mad at me because he doesn't have his hat that my husband promised him that I ain't had nothing to do with. And I think he said he wanted a box of chicken or something. So you mad? Okay, John, I forever thank you. I even thank you for coming, for being here, for everything that you do, and making Miss Monique just look as beautiful.
He didn't do my makeup.
I'm talking about, see, I'm trying to give you a comment. You see what she did? Boy, I tell you. And everybody else that's on your team, you guys rock, and I appreciate each and every one of you.
John, that makeup for you not getting your hat?
Take that.
I didn't think it did. Well, thank you for sitting with me because I know you're tired.
Very. But I'm glad I came. You came. I'm glad I came over here.
Yeah, because I was going to call you this morning to tell you I wasn't coming.
That wouldn't have been pretty.
I was going to call you this morning to tell you I wasn't coming.
You would have had an Amber Alert all the way to Houston.
Oh, God. So we gonna wrap this up because now my life is being threatened. We're going to wrap this up. So, guys, I want to tell Ms. Hunter, thank you for having us. We had a marvelous time. And until next time, again, we're coming to you all the way from Dallas, Texas at the 2019 Unmasking Conference. We'll be headed back home on tomorrow. So until next time, always empower, always encourage, and continue to remove your mask.